a heck of a basketball game. Give Bucknell credit, Gary. They actually made it a little bit closer in the second half. They just weren't up to it. And Lafayette, years of frustration taken out on this Bucknell Bison team. What a performance by the Leopards.
Lafayette's going to win this ball game. They've got first place all by themselves at 4-0. We will talk, of course, to Fran O'Hanlon. There you see the winning coach. Lafayette, the last time they started this well was in 03-04 when they started the Patriot League and went 7-0. They are now at 4-0. And the Leopards will go back on the road as they'll take on Lehigh. And then we've got them 2 games in a row, John. Army and American. And American is certainly a tough team. All right, it's time for the post-game show presented by the Maroon Club. Every gift matters every year. Join the Maroon Club today. Dan Mowdy has head coach Fran O'Hanlon. Here's Dan.
Oh, Gary, Lafayette scoring in bunches today. We talked about the runs of 9 points and 13 points, unanswered points in the first half. Lafayette coming out with 9 3-pointers out of 14 field goals in all. Fran, was there any part of the game that you might have been disappointed in tonight?
Well, in the first half, we played as well as we could play. Defensively, we did a great job. And offensively, we hit a lot of shots, as you know. Second half, I thought we got a little tired. They made their run. You knew they were going to make a run. They're too good a basketball team. They're terrific. And we answered it, and we closed it out the way I like that we should close it out.
Difficult situation for the Bucknell Bison, of course, without their head coach. Nathan Davis seemed to handle himself well in the starting role, if you will, for coaching.
Yeah, obviously they miss Pat Flannery. Coach Flannery does a terrific job, and nothing against Coach Davis, but he hasn't been in that situation. A lot of pressure, so we had a break there. There's no doubt about it. It'll be different when we get up there, and you certainly home court. And you have Coach Flannery on the other bench, but can't take anything away from just our effort and the way we shot the basketball. I thought it was a terrific effort by us.
Fran, perhaps the big story of the night, though, has to be going from worst, if we take the preseason poll into consideration, to sole possession of first place. You and your team have to feel pretty good about that.
Well, we feel good, but it really is a long season. We're 4 games into it. And, as I said many times, I think the team, right now, the way the league's shaping up, the team that wins it could have 3 or 4 losses, and the team that finishes in last place could have 6 or 7 wins, so it's a long way to go, and let's just take it one at a time and see where we end up.
Let's take a look ahead now at the Patriot League teams that you have yet to meet, and there's some interesting ones on the horizon. Some teams that have some national statistics or nationally ranked individuals in particular categories.
Absolutely. I mean, and right now I'm looking at Lehigh, and Lehigh's terrific. They've had a tremendous home court advantage over there. We've had a tough time winning over there recently. So that's going to be, and they're very athletic. They're playing very well right now. So that's what we're going to look at right now. After that, I don't know what the order is. I just know we have 3 teams left before the turn, and American and Army. And as I said, for me as a coach, all I know is, Lehigh right now.
You got it. All right. Fran O'Hanlon, the head coach of the victorious and first place Lafayette Leopards. Congratulations.
Thanks, man.
Let's turn to our Pepsi player of the game, none other than Andrew Brown. He is one of the nation's leading 3-point shooters. You were on fire tonight, but there were a lot of 3-point scoring threats out there. It seems like an opponent doesn't know where that thing might fly from.
Yeah, I mean, we have so many guys, like you said, that can hit the 3 that, one guy hits a 3, so they start honing in on him, and that opens up me or, Bentley, all the other guys. So that's why we're so good. We have so many 3-point shooters that, one guy starts hitting, they start pressuring him a little more, which opens it up for everyone else.
Was there some kind of magic coming into this contest? Was it the fact that you could wrestle away first place and own it to yourselves?
Oh, yeah. I mean, we were talking about that coming up to this game, and that's why Navy was so important. We wanted to have a chance to be 3-0 with Bucknell and, battle for first place with them. And, Bucknell's had our number the past couple of years. We never beaten them. Seniors never have. None of us have. So we wanted to just come into this game with a lot of fire, and pay him back.
And fire away did Andrew Brown. Congratulations, our Pepsi player of the game.
Thank you.
All right, let's bring it back to Gary and John.
All right, great job, Fran O'Hanlon. Great job by Andrew Brown. Brown with 28 points tonight. And, of course, we've got highlights coming up your way. This is the post-game show presented by the Maroon Club. We'll have those highlights for you right around the corner. Stay with us.
So, Mr. Chan, you want to make a sequel with my client Diet Pepsi?
Lots of action, lots of stunt.
As always, we're going to need a stunt double.
No problem. We got company.
Stunt double. Action.
See ya. Oh, that's gonna hurt.
Kirby Sports Center is the place to be this winter. Grab yourself a family 4-pack for any remaining Lafayette men's or women's home basketball game. 4 seats, 4 hot dogs, and 4 sodas for just $20. There's no place like home with the family 4-pack and Lafayette Leopards basketball. The excitement is back at Kirby.
We are back. We welcome you back. The post-game show presented by the Maroon Club. This has been a game of highlights. Probably you could put together a season highlight film using a whole bunch of these points by Lafayette. But first, John, let's start with the Bison.
Yeah, you know, and it was a tough start for the Bison, Gary. There's Darren Mastropola inside, and not enough from him. John Griffin gave them some life from the perimeter. Here's Darren Mastropolo again, Gary. This is still a proud Bucknell basketball team, and they're going to be heard from before this thing is all over with. Clearly, they came in here a little disrupted with the loss of their coach, but in the end, it was Lafayette, Gary, playing on all cylinders. I mean, this team, led by Andrew Brown and his three-point shooting, really just took the game right to Bucknell from the get-go, and they played with such confidence, with such poise, and there you see the step back. That's such a difficult shot to make, but Andrew Brown has practiced it. Here's an illustration of just how hard they played. That's Everett Schmidt running the floor at 6'8", beating all of Bucknell's people up the floor and finishing with a dunk.
And what a good finish it was for Lafayette. First of all, we look at the Bison. They go to 8-10 on the season. They lose their first game in the Patriot League. In fact, their first game in the last 15 as they go to 3-1. Their 68 points came on 25 field goals. They shot 56% from the field tonight. They just didn't get all that many shots. 26 field goals, actually. They were 11 for 15 from the foul line. They had 5 triples in the ball game for their 68 points. They were led tonight by John Griffin with 13. Tyree had 12. Castleberry and Mastropolo with 10 apiece. For Lafayette, their 80 points tonight, they also had 26 field goals. They shot 48% from the field, 42% from three-point land. They had 14 of those in the ball game. They are the best shooting team in the Patriot League, and that won't change after tonight's effort. 14 for 16 from the foul line, for their 80 points. Lafayette goes to 13-6. They go to 4-0 in the Patriot League, and they have now won 5 consecutive games. Leading their scoring tonight, of course, Andrew Brown, 28 points, 14 from Bilal Abdullah, 13 from Matt Betley, and 10 points from Michael Gruner. Lafayette wins it. It's a big win. They are in sole possession of first place. They'll play Lehigh on Saturday night at Lehigh at 7 o'clock. The Lafayette women now are in overtime. They're up by a point with about 2.5 minutes to go in that game. They'll take on Lehigh here at the Kirby Sports Center Saturday afternoon at 1 o'clock. We'll have that ball game for you. Final score, 80-68. The Leopards win it. My thanks to John Leone, Dan Mowdy, Rick Gio, the RCN television team. My thanks, too, to RCN, WBPH Channel 60, and Fox Sports Pittsburgh for bringing you tonight's ball game. Thanks for watching for all of us. I'm Gary Laubach. Good night, everybody.